thing is N. Another thing, like I said, I like the MMOs out there who like to give back. I don't like to play think games where you're giving your time, but you're not getting anything in return. I know a lot of them like to give incentives, like sign up incentives or login incentives. But beyond that, and beyond the typical open a box every 5 or 10 levels, there's things like this where these are your crafting professions. But I've dedicated on each and every alt the crafting profession of leadership, because on leadership I've read that when you get it high enough, like each role, each job I send someone out on, I can always collect diamonds. So every time I send someone out, and like I said, if you're not gonna go really hard in playing, you don't really care in terms of them always being faster delivery, because the optional assets, you can get better people and they'll shorten the time literally. But like I said, I play so many different MMOs and games and genres that it's just like one of those things where I set it, like I'll start the task. I'll just show you actually what I do. This is what I do amongst different characters. You'll be able to collect a lot of diamonds. Like this is one of another secret techniques on how people have diamonds. So if I hope you guys appreciate that part of the stream. This is one of the secret techniques on how people have a lot of diamonds. They have a lot of alts. That wasn't my intentions to roll alts, but yeah, they have a lot of alts and they main in leadership right here, and they send people on task. And basically what I'm gonna have to do anyway, because I already showed you the mount on this character, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you another character, and they switch on to another character. They play with that character for 2 hours or log out completely and come back in and just keep doing it over and over and over. You can amass a good amount of diamonds. With Titan, I believe I amassed 8,000. I really don't play with him. I mean, it says level 25, but this is gonna be a funny story. With each, like, it went like I said, ascending to descending. It really went from like making this character like him into, oh, I'm getting a little bit bored, what's better than making this character into, oh, okay, it's fun, I love the Thiam book, I'm getting a little bored of the mount, bought a new mount to switch it up, things got a little bit boring, switched it up to this, loved him, got a little bored. So you see a pattern. I'm doing this to try to spice it up. Now I know a lot of you are going to say you shouldn't have to do that, spice it up. Nothing's forcing me to do that, no one's forcing me to do that. I like the game, I wanted to try the new classes anyway, in all different classes, so it was just a way of spicing things up. I would say if an MMO is becoming a little stale, you can go ahead and try to do that. And I'm just going to go ahead and move on to Orlando. A lot of their names are inspired by games I've played already, like this is from Dark Souls and other games. Titan evidently, and I show you Adanya. So his it was specific. Oh, and if you notice that little screen before we move to this screen, I left a lot of characters at the summer festival, and the summer festival was an exclusive zone you could have went into before, I guess, the end of summer. I believe it was ending September 4th or something like that. Around Labor Day it was ending, so it's doing that quick logging me in and logging me out real fast because I left a lot of characters in that zone. But yeah, his exclusive companion I got is this ghost. Now I'm gonna admit this. Oh, also, if you notice some characters, I have to remind myself that I've disabled the visuals on certain things. So let me enable that. Because like I said, you tend to do, repetition, breeds contempt. After a while, you tend to say, okay, I'm getting a little bored. Let me just spice it up. I've earned the pirate hat on a roll in a dungeon. I know it seems to be rare. A lot of people look for this hat. But even though it's cool, I tend to got tired of it. Also, you can't see it that well, but my bow, it's like crawling with like little red veins, and they're pulsating. It's what's the name of that? It's a rune I have socket in it, where every time I hit something, it brings back blood to me. Like it's a necrotic attack where you can stack with other rune stones. Where basically, I'm sorry, I think it brings back 5% health. But I found other rune stones that give me 1%. But combine them in each slot. Basically, I'll just show you. Combining each slot, it gives me around a 10% chance of getting health back. So yeah, the the life drinker combined with the tenebrous enchantment, and then I have that usually. Yeah, that's in everything. I just didn't slot the rings yet. Now slotting it in all of this will give me a greater percentage in taking that health. But like I said, I haven't been playing with him that much. But going back to the story of this companion, she's basically useless. She has an attack where she throws out kind of like a purple flame. It really doesn't do that much damage. She doesn't draw that much aggro. People out there don't know aggro, new to aggros. It's just basically attention. It's like pulling threat from the enemy, making the enemy fight her. She doesn't draw that from the enemy, so they usually ignore her. Her second ability is she goes in a weak minion and she takes over their body for a certain amount of time. I believe if she dies in the body, there's a cooldown to when she can return. If she just freely comes out of the body, there's no cooldown. But like I said, she's a useless mount. There's really no benefit to me having her. She doesn't really help me in any dungeons. I mainly just get, oh, that's a cool companion from people when I'm rolling dungeons. So yeah, and I'm not sure if he has a unique. To be honest with you, I don't remember collecting him on this account. I remember him on my last. I mean, not this. I mean, saying count on this character, but I guess that's a cool thing. I just mainly remember using her because, as you can see, she's level 16. Now, while I'm here, oh yeah, since like I said, you can claim if you buy them from item shop, you can claim them on multiple characters. I tend to use this to go hand in, like the two characters you've just seen with me using ghost characters. I tend to use ghost mouse, so they can go side by side. I wanted to show you more of a clear image. Let me just find. Yeah, there we go. I might as well just stay in the light. Yeah, so he just basically increases, the whole ghost appeal. Let me, while I'm here real quick, let me show you. If I do, I don't have a lot of mounts. I just mainly have, I showed you the polar bear, demonic one. Yeah, I don't have that many mounts. They're really, a lot of these prices you're seeing, you can really literally translate them to real prices. So it's 2,500. That's literally $25. I kind of think that's a little excessive for a mount. So, as a matter of fact, I think that's it. I mainly have the ghost, the boar you saw, I'll be the polar bear, and demonic. The other ones, like I said, I've shown you previously one other character. I have the boar. The last mount I'll show you, it's another exclusive from a summer event you can't claim until I guess that summer event comes back around next year. Now this is one of the new character classes. I just rolled him to see how it would feel playing with him. He's another mage type, but the unique thing about him is that he pulls minions out of people, like he pulls the souls out of the enemies he fights. He's okay, but to be honest with you, I don't think him having minions is reliable. Like I said, minions aren't really reliable. To me, to be honest with you, they're mainly for a show type of thing. Actually, this whole time I could have been putting this in the stream. Let me just hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, let me just post this in the stream. Let me just scroll up and see if that went in. See, there's a lot of text, so I might have to post that multiple times. But I really need people to check out the stream. I guess each streamer is their own form of promotion. Yeah, it seemed to move. It moves really fast. I think the most benefit I'll get out of that is when I join groups and I individually send them the Twitch link. But I'll try to be mindful of keep putting it in there. Like I said, I don't want this isn't to spam, but I'm not getting any other forms of attention or, you know, viewership. So yeah, that should go in the zone. Let me. Oh, this is his unique character that was recently released. Like I said, and like I was gonna. Let me just finish off the sentence I was gonna say. They're mainly, I feel, for show. I wouldn't really rely on companions. If that's your intentions to get a companion to rely on them to really help you, then you know you're s out of luck. That's not really the goal for them. Like I said, I mainly get them for decoration, you know, to keep me company and just to look cool. But they're not really there to help you that much. They have attacks and things that benefit you. But like I said, if you're really thinking of a companion to be beneficial, I would go for a companion to heal. The barbarian shaman. She's really good. I saw her in action with someone playing with her, and she was healing the person a lot, and she's really engaging the battle a lot more with her healing, of making sure her master was staying alive. And I can't believe I called another player like comparing a companion to another player master, but that was the only thing that came to mind. But yeah, I believe he's the only unique character I have to this. Companion I have to this character. He's like a angelic fallen companion. I don't think I have any other uniques. This is one of my other newer characters. Oh, I got this through transferring enough Zen through. I'm not sure if I'm not able to rotate him. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're able to rotate them. I'll just summon him. I got him through. When you transfer a certain amount of Zen, they give you this blue mount. I think it's cool that it's a blue mount rather than a white or green. I would have preferred purple, but you know, you get what you can. Like I said, every 10 levels they get bigger, and they some type of graphical effects. They get bigger. Their armor changes if they have ornaments later on. Yeah, let me just move on. I don't want to drag this out, but yeah, he just had two unique companions. And this will be my last class. Now this is unique in terms of I don't usually like making dwarf or hobbit or halfling type characters, because I feel like when you make characters of that nature, you kind of lose out on the bottom half. Like basically saying that when you make a character of regular like length, like usually 5'11" or 6 feet tall and taller, you can, when they have their leg parts are designed well and armor stuff like that, you can really see the detail. With dwarves, you know, it's so scrunched in and so small. Like I'll just give you a perfect example. Compared to all the detail you can see in his leg, and then compared to all the detail you can see in his leg, and on all the detail you can see in their legs, and then you can see that the detail was shortened. Like if he was taller, you'd see the detail be more stretched out. So that was the only problem with making a dwarf-like character, but I overcame that when I saw this. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what I meant by what kind of made me want to make a dwarf or hobbit-like character. And then I have another character in Terra. That's a small character, but it looks like a teddy bear. So the cuteness of that character drew me to that game, and I just thought it was amusing to have a character that's cute, and you know, it looks like a teddy bear he's fighting. But anyway, like the other weapon that was glowing, this is only glowing. Oh, and this was that fiery companion unique that I had to Orlando, the character who had the bow with the red venomous runestones I was just describing recently. Unlike Titan, whose weapon was glowing because of a skin, this is glowing because of a runestone. This applies a blue flame. I think it does. The damage is negligible. It doesn't really do that much damage. I didn't really get it for the purpose of doing that. Like I said, I like to look different. I don't like this whole account and stream thing was to show you guys, you know, a different take on all these genres, kind of the cool extras you can get, you know, if you show a little support. It's not meant to say that everyone can't show support. I know everyone's not there to show support. This is just, you know, at one point at a time I was really up, so I was able to show support. But again, putting all the support here kind of, you know, brought things down personally, but that's another story. But anyway, like I said, that glowing effect, that isn't from a skin, that's just from particular runestone. It actually adds an attribute while I'm attacking people. So I just went ahead and added to him since he's small. I wanted to make him as cool